Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is your boy Deadly Raging, and I got my Star Wars Force Awakens review. Yes, it is here, boys. I saw it this morning, and boy, do I love this movie so much, dude. It's definitely in my top three with Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back. This movie is phenomenal. Disney, J.J. Abrams, all of them people did a phenomenal job, and I got nothing else to say about this movie. It was spectacular. So I'm gonna go in my review. Be advised before you watch any more of this video, there are spoilers, major spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie, I recommend don't watch this, please, because you need to get the full effect like me. Because boy, I had really blast, and everybody was excited when we walked out of the movie theater. Everybody. So further ado, let's go. So basically, as soon as I got in, galaxy, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars, and then it teased Force Awakens Episode 7. First line says Luke Skywalker is disappearing. Kind of got me scratching my head, like, what's going on here? And that is basically the plot of the movie. The First Order, which is the bad side, looking for Luke Skywalker to try to capture Luke Skywalker and try to kill him. So there's no other threat in the galaxy. But anyways, words go up, and it was great. See the starship, and you see Star Killer's face. This little thing that looks like the Death Star, but it's actually a planet with this giant ass cannon that's really destructible. Kind of got you reminding you of the original Return of the New Hope. So first off, it starts with Poe and this old fuck, dude. You don't even know who he is. He just gives Poe this chip, which basically is a little map to give to Luke Skywalker, or the map to get to Luke Skywalker, because that's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to get to Luke Skywalker. Um, so Poe gives it to him. The First Order goes in because they're looking for that piece. They know they have it. They're shooting everybody. They're like going all over the place. They got the flamethrower guys everywhere. And Poe gives it to BB-8 to hide, and he tells BB-8 to run, hide, don't let anybody get that. And he sees Kylo Ren as Kylo Ren walks down looking like a badass, which we all thought first. Shoots his laser at him, uses the Force, and like kind of holds the bullet there in midair for like a couple minutes, and we're all like, "Whoa!" Finally starting to use the Force now, which I mean, people use the Force, but now we're seeing people use the Force in different ways. Like they're pushing people's arms back, they're um use a lot of mind tricks in this one that they try to do. And Kylo Ren's talking to the old fuck, and he doesn't tell him anything, so he just takes his lightsaber up and hacks him down, and everything. And then they take Poe away too, because they're gonna ask him questions. And Kylo Ren tells everybody to kill everybody else in Jakku, and he sees this one stormtrooper, which is Finn, not shooting anybody, and Kylo Ren starts thinking that we gotta do something with the stormtrooper. So anyway, he talks. He has to literally, well, not scream, but Poe literally screams in his ear, telling him he's not gonna tell you anything. So he kind of hits him on the head, beats the shit out of him, and Poe's just there. Finn captures tells Poe, and they become very good friends. But something that the original trilogy, or not the prequel trilogy, failed to do is to get the friendship with any of the characters in that movies. They got it down in this movie already. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, well, not 5 minutes of the movie, but 5 minutes in that time, you can tell that there's already a relationship between Finn and Poe. They get in this Tie Fighter, they shoot down everything, and then they fly away, and the starship shoots at it. They fly. They go down to Jakku. First Order now has to go down there. As soon as they land, Finn does not know where Poe's at. They completely split. I don't know how. Finn goes to this little city where Rey is it, because she is scavenging, going on adventures. I like that one scene where she's going down this giant ass sand slide. She's on this like sled. Like I want to do that someday. And you see, she has a really hard life, But she sees BB-8. She doesn't really like him at first, and then this one guy. They're all trying to capture BB-8, and then they start kind of getting a little friend relationship. Um, and then Bray starts beating the shit out of everybody, like, get the fuck off my droid. And it's just really good scene right there. And then she meets Finn, and Finn just she didn't have good high intentions on Finn. She thought that she was something. trying to go after BB-8. Then she fucking hits him, and she's like, "Ow!" There's some good humor in this movie. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of humor, something you haven't seen in a Star Wars movie before. Anyway, the First Order now going after Finn, Ray, and BB-8 because they know they're looking after Finn because they have his file on there. He got has about everything about Finn. But they go after Finn and Ray. They're running away. Then they find the money Vulcan, which they called it a piece of junk. I'm like, no! And then they fly away, get into hyperspace, and they get to this hangar. They hide, and then out of nowhere, everybody started clapping when they saw Han and Chewie come out. They're like, Chewie, we're home, and then they meet them up, and then they all go in the Millennium Falcon. They fly down to this green planet to meet Maz Kanata to talk about that they can get a little where they can get BB-8 to the Resistance. So, but she didn't really want to. She told Han Solo to relax everything. Finn doesn't want to be a part of the war. He hates the First Order, so he decides to take a shit. He wants to leave, go in the Outer Rim. As Rey kind of didn't have it either, so she went down and she opened this chest with the lightsaber, and damn, was that a little scary scene. She gets all these thoughts of the Knights of Ren and everything, and she kind of got freaked out. That lightsaber was Luke's lightsaber, the one in the original Star Wars, which that he got his arm sliced off. And how God knows Maz Kanata had that lightsaber. How did she even get that? It went far down in that like endless pit. Like, oh, where the God, that's something that's a question that a lot of people are wondering right now. How the hell? And something that it was right when Rey leaves, she goes to this forest and hides with BB-8. Finn, Han Solo, and Chewbacca go now there. They see the lightsaber. She gives it to Finn, and Han Solo is like, "Where did you get that?" She's like, "That's another time for another story," which Han eventually could not hear that story. So the First Order comes, they're blowing up everything, and Finn pulls out his lightsaber, starts fighting everybody, and they're like, "You traitor!" And then uh, Kylo Ren sees Rey and BB-8. They go after him, her and so as Kylo Ren's chasing after Rey and BB-8, Rey is shooting her blaster. Kylo Ren's just deflecting them off, like, "No, fuck off!" And then she tells BB-8 to hide. And right after that, the X-wings impose a lie, so then they start blowing up everything, and Ray and Kylo Ren kind of have a little discussion, like, "You tell me everything you know," and then knocks her out with the Force and picks her up, and they take her to back to Starkiller's base, questions her, and Kylo Ren, like, he was like, let's face it here, he has not had no competition in these 30 years. 30 years after Return of the Jedi, there's been like nobody. That's why they're trying to find Luke Skywalker. So Kylo Ren using the Force on all these weak people. Like, remember when he got pissed off that his freaking computer broke, so he's just slashing it and stuff. He has some anger issues, dude. Especially so he uses the Force on her, and she won't. She tell him she's like trying really hard. She's using the Force, which that's a little shock. Ray is using the Force back at him, telling him "fuck off," and she's like, "You'll never be as good as Darth Vader." And Kylo Ren's like, "Fuck," and then he gets all angry. Then he goes, talks to Supreme Leader Snoke, this giant ass motherfucker in this giant ass seat, talking to him, which is a hologram of him. So it's kind of like Emperor in the Empire Strikes Back. Talks to him. He wonders why the hell did she get Rey and she didn't get BB-8, because a lot of people wonder, especially the First Order, they do not think high of Rey. She thinks she's just some loser on the planet Jakku. Instead, she's just a straight badass that kicks Kylo Ren's ass in the end of the movie. But I'll talk to that in a little bit. Um. Anyway, going back to that part, Rey uses the Force on the stormtroopers, like, "You will release me, and you will drop your lightsaber," and he does, and she escapes. And frickin' Kylo Ren uses his anger. She starts slicing everything up all over the place. Like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And going back to that part, he takes off his mask, which kind of got me a little disappointed. Why is it Adam Driver, even though he plays it very well? And later, and I like him now as Kylo Ren, but I thought it'd be like a little more like Darth Vader, like Force corrupt. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, um, Finn, Ray, and Chewbacca go fly down to go save Ray, and they turn off the generator. They tackle Captain Phasma. She shuts down the shield generator. Poe and all them make their attack. to the Death Star, which is or it's so similar to the New Hope, but they go attack the Star Killer's base. And Captain going back to Captain Phasma, she does not do jack shit in this movie. She's just like showing off her blaster and everything. That's all she does in the movie. You don't even know what she does after that. So then they start putting these thermal bombs. They find Ray. They throw all the thermal bombs everywhere. So they're eventually gonna blow it up. And they Kylo Ren is has this sense that Han Solo is here. So basically, if you guys saw Empire Strikes Back, like after Luke and Darth Vader are fighting, it's like after like you see this like hollow. Well, I wouldn't say inside. It's like very dark. This dark giant room. It's like where Luke's hanging off the side. It's kind of hard to explain. It's he's like hanging with his arm cut off, and he's like, "I am your father." Like in Empire, it's like the same like kind of place. Kind of, it's dark, it's humongous, and it's this giant ass bridge. Kylo Ren's walking towards it. He's walking like past the bridge. He's halfway there, and Han Solo's like Ben, and then Kylo Ren turns around, takes off his mask. They're talking, and he's like, your mom and me really want you back. So basically, what Leia told Han Solo far back that he wants Han Solo. Basically, he's gonna get Han Solo killed, and Ben's like, "Oh, he's like, never, fuck you, Dad," and all that shit. But then he starts playing with him. He's like, um, Ben Solo's like, "Oh," he's like, okay, I'll come back." And he gives Han Solo his lightsaber, but he's still holding on to it. And as soon as it turns dark, like it was sunny, now it's dark, turns the lightsaber, goes right through his gut, and everybody was like, "What?" And he dies, and Chewbacca is like, he screams like, "Wow!" But this one, he's like, "Ah!" Like it was so weird. Like you see your friend that you've been with your entire life, and you see him die. So Chewie takes his gun, he shoots him right in the gut. Kylo Ren and Kylo Ren takes off the lightsaber, kind of like how Qui Gon Jinn died. And then Han Solo falls in this endless pit, which was very sad. Everybody's screaming and stuff. And Kylo Ren sees them, jumps up, and goes chase after them. And they're in the snowy forest. Chewbacca blows up that main like power source, whatever, where they were just in. So it gave Poe and the rest of the squad to blow everything up. And the whole place was sinking. So except for this one part, well, most of the planet is sinking. As for Finn, Ray, and Kylo, they're in. Kylo Ren is looking at them, and Ray yells at Kylo Ren, "You monster!" He uses the Force, pushes Ray all the way back to the tree. Finn pulls out his lightsaber. So does Kylo Ren. He doesn't even have his mask on at that point. Kylo Ren. They start hacking down, and Kylo Ren like just annihilates Finn. Like he got all these scars and stuff, and he cuts into the back. He has his lightsaber at one point. Like they're like Finn's like he's back to the tree and uses like the side of his lightsaber. He's burning his shoulder. He's ah, and that point he's down on the ground. Ray gets up, and Kylo Ren's using the Force to grab Finn's lightsaber because that's what he ultimately wants. He wants Luke's lightsaber as well. He's using the Force, but he's having a hard time with it this time. Ray picks it up, goes right past Kylo Ren. Ray picks it up, or well, no, goes right to her hands. Lightsaber, they clash, and the tables have turned. Finn inexperienced, but so is Ray, but she has the Force though, and she has like the Force is more stronger with Ray than it is with Kylo. Kylo's all irritated that he can't beat her, and she has more of the Force and everything. And Kylo Ren's like, I can teach you the dark side and everything, and I can train you. And then Ray's like, fuck that, and just destroys the shit out of Kylo, and like breaks a limb and shit. And he's on the ground, he's laying down, and then the ground just like does like an earthquake. And Ray goes finds Finn. Finn and them get with Chewbacca. They get on the Millennium Falcon. They fly away, and the planet just explodes, kind of like the Death Star, but at that point, you don't even know where Kylo Ren and like Captain Phasma are. They dead? Are we gonna have a new antagonist again? Like for the villains, like villains cannot be dying. Like no, not make the prequels. Just have one guy doing all this shit like Darth Vader did. Not no fucking Darth Maul, General Grievous, Count Dooku, and all that. You need to stick with one guy, like in the front lines, doing causing problems. You have screen people Supreme Leader Snoke, who we don't know about, and basically that's basically end of the movie, except for the final scene where R2D2. If you guys didn't know, he was hiding. He's been like kind of like Luke. He's been hiding in the corner with the. It's all dusty. He's been sad ever since Luke like disappeared, and all of a sudden out of nowhere he just like shows the other missing piece to find Luke and R2D2, Chewbacca, and Ray this time because Finn at this point is hurt and he's in the hospital. Go to this mysterious planet. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's an ocean in the island. Ray climbs up these shit ton of stairs to get to Luke, and Luke turns around and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's Luke!" And she holds out her lightsaber while she's crying, and I think it's gonna be like Yoda and Luke in Empire. She's gonna teach her the exact same tactics. That's what's gonna be. That movie is phenomenal. I love this new movie, but there are a shit ton of cliffhangers and a lot of questions to be asked, especially like what made R2D2 at this point like decide to do come out of nowhere and just give out the peace. Who is Supreme Leader Snoke? Where did he come from? Same with Kylo Ren. What's his backstory? A lot of things. Is Rey a Skywalker, and will we see more of Captain Phasma? And does Kylo Ren even survive to even begin with? But that is all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoy this movie. Well, if you guys seen this movie, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys haven't seen it, you gotta see it. I mean, I still don't think you can get tickets at this point until probably Monday, but I guess just try really hard to get tickets. Morning, I got them 3D too. But anyway, that is it. Is your boy Deadly Raging, and I am out.